Rocky, a lively and exuberant puppy with a heart full of curiosity, found himself in a bustling animal shelter. He was surrounded by other dogs, all hoping to find their forever homes. Rocky had a glossy coat of brown and white fur, and his eyes sparkled with a mischievous glint. One sunny afternoon, a kind-hearted family named the Andersons visited the shelter. Mr. Anderson, Mrs. Anderson, and their 2 children, Lily and Ethan, had been contemplating bringing a furry companion into their lives for quite some time. They had heard about the joys and responsibilities of owning a pet, and felt that the time was right. As they walked through the shelter, their eyes met Rocky's. The puppy's tail wagged furiously, as if sensing that this family could be the ones to offer him a loving home. Rocky bounded toward the front of the kennel, barking and wagging his tail with unbridled excitement. Lily, a bubbly and compassionate girl with a heart for animals, knelt down and extended her hand toward Rocky. The puppy eagerly sniffed her fingers before giving them an affectionate lick. Lily's face lit up with a radiant smile, and she turned to her parents, her eyes pleading for their approval. Mrs. Anderson, touched by her daughter's enthusiasm, exchanged a knowing glance with her husband. They had been won over by Rocky's playful nature and gentle spirit. Mr. Anderson, a practical man with a warm heart, nodded, signaling his agreement. After talking to the shelter staff and completing the necessary paperwork, the Andersons were ready to bring Rocky home. They carefully placed a collar around his neck and attached a leash, and with excited barks and wagging tails, they set off on their new journey together. Rocky, his heart filled with joy and anticipation, hopped into the back seat of the family car. As they drove away from the shelter, Rocky pressed his tiny paws against the window, taking in the sights and sounds of the world outside. He couldn't contain his excitement, his tail wagging uncontrollably as he left behind the shelter and embarked on a new adventure. Arriving at their house, the Andersons opened the door to their warm and welcoming home. Rocky eagerly explored every nook and cranny, his nose twitching with curiosity. He discovered a comfy dog bed, a bowl filled with fresh water, and a basket filled with an assortment of toys. As the family settled into their routines, Rocky quickly became an integral part of their lives. His playful antics brought laughter and joy to every corner of the house. He would chase his tail in circles, pounce on his toys with unbridled enthusiasm, and shower the Andersons with unconditional love and affection. The Andersons knew they had made the right decision in adopting Rocky. He had found his forever home, a place where he would be cherished and cared for. And as Rocky curled up at the foot of Lily's bed that night, he drifted off to sleep, his tail thumping gently against the floor, content in the knowledge that he had finally found his loving family. Rocky's new family was determined to provide him with the necessary training to keep him safe and happy. They recognized that obedience classes would be a great way for Rocky to learn basic commands and socialize with other dogs. Excited and a little nervous, Rocky entered the obedience classes with his family by his side. The room was filled with dogs of all shapes and sizes, each accompanied by their owners. Rocky wagged his tail and sniffed the air, curious about his new surroundings. The trainer, a patient and experienced instructor, greeted Rocky and his family warmly. She explained that the classes would focus on teaching the dogs basic commands such as sit, stay, come, and heel, and also address common behavior issues like jumping and leash pulling. As the classes began, Rocky quickly realized that he wasn't the only one who needed to learn. The other dogs were also in various stages of training, some more advanced than others. This realization boosted Rocky's confidence, knowing that he was not alone in his journey. Week after week, Rocky and his family attended the obedience classes. They practiced the commands at home too, ensuring consistency in his training. Rocky's family showered him with praise and rewards whenever he successfully followed a command, reinforcing positive behavior. However, Rocky encountered challenges along the way. He had a mischievous streak and sometimes found it difficult to stay focused during the training sessions. There were moments when he would get distracted by the other dogs or the noises in the environment. But his family and the trainer were patient and understanding, providing gentle guidance to help him refocus. With time, love, and perseverance, Rocky began to make significant progress. He started to understand and respond to the basic commands consistently. The trainer and his family noticed his increased attention and willingness to learn. Rocky's tail wagged proudly as he learned to sit on command, stay in one place, and walk calmly on a leash. Rocky's interactions with the other dogs in the class also improved. He learned to greet them politely and engage in appropriate play. The socialization aspect of the classes proved to be beneficial for Rocky's overall development and behavior. Outside of the obedience classes, Rocky's family continued to reinforce his training. They took him on regular walks, exposing him to various environments and distractions. They practiced commands in real-life situations, ensuring that Rocky could follow instructions even in the presence of tempting stimuli. As the weeks went by, Rocky's transformation became evident. His once boisterous nature was now channeled into positive behavior. He became a well-behaved and obedient companion, a testament to the dedication and commitment of his family. Rocky's training adventure was not without its ups and downs, but through patience, love, and perseverance, he had overcome the challenges and grown into a well-mannered dog. The obedience classes had provided him with the foundation he needed to thrive in his new home. With his newfound skills, Rocky's family felt confident taking him on new adventures and introducing him to new experiences. They knew that their bond with Rocky had strengthened through the training process, and they were excited to continue their journey together, creating a lifetime of cherished memories. Rocky had always been an adventurous dog, but as he grew older, his curiosity about the outside world intensified. One sunny afternoon, while his family was busy with household chores, Rocky spotted an opportunity to slip out of the backyard and embark on an adventure through the neighborhood. With a wagging tail and a mischievous glint in his eyes, Rocky trotted down the familiar street, his nose twitching with excitement as he took in the new scents and sights around him. The world outside his home seemed vast and full of possibilities. As Rocky explored, he encountered various obstacles that tested his cunning and agility. He squeezed through narrow gaps in fences, leaped over fallen branches, and even managed to wriggle free from a curious cat's playful chase. Each hurdle only fueled his determination to explore further. Along his journey, Rocky met new people and animals, each with their own stories and personalities. He made friends with a friendly golden retriever named Max, who shared his love for adventure. Together, they raced through open fields, splashed in shallow streams, and played chase until their tongues hung out with exhaustion. Rocky also met Mr. Jenkins, an elderly man who enjoyed leisurely walks in the park. Mr. Jenkins shared stories of his own mischievous escapades during his youth, which made Rocky feel a sense of kinship. But as Rocky's adventure continued, he began to realize that the world beyond his home wasn't all fun and games. He found himself lost in unfamiliar streets, unable to find his way back. Panic set in as he roamed aimlessly, his tail drooping and his energy waning. The once exciting adventure had turned into a frightening ordeal. Fortunately, Rocky's family had noticed his disappearance and launched a search. After hours of anxious searching, they finally found Rocky, exhausted and scared, huddled under a porch. The joy in their eyes and the warmth of their embrace reminded Rocky of the loving family he had left behind. Rocky's mischievous escapades had taught him a valuable lesson: the importance of staying close to home. He realized that his family's love and care provided him with security and happiness. The outside world could be exciting, but it was no substitute for the warmth of home. From that day forward, Rocky became more content staying within the safe boundaries of his backyard. He still cherished his adventures, but now he knew that the best adventures were the ones he shared with his family. He would listen attentively to Mr. Jenkins' stories during their walks and play with Max in the familiar comfort of his own yard. Rocky's mischievous escapades had transformed him into a wiser and more appreciative dog. He understood the value of his loving family and the security they provided. And though he would always long for a taste of adventure, Rocky had found his true home in the hearts of those who loved him. Rocky's family had always considered him to be an extraordinary dog, but it was during a fateful day that his true heroism shone through. The sun was shining brightly in their peaceful suburban neighborhood when disaster struck. Smoke billowed out of Rocky's family home, and flames danced menacingly through the windows. Panic filled the air as the family realized their house was on fire. In the midst of the chaos, Rocky, with his acute senses, immediately detected the danger. His nose twitched at the acrid scent of smoke, and his ears perked up at the crackling of flames. Instinctively, he knew he had to act quickly to save his beloved family. Without a moment's hesitation, Rocky sprang into action. He barked loudly and persistently, alerting the family to the imminent danger. His urgent warnings cut through the panic, and the family snapped into action, realizing they needed to evacuate immediately. As the family rushed out of the house, shouting and crying, Rocky stayed close by their side, guiding them to safety. His presence was a source of comfort amidst the chaos. However, one family member was missing, Daisy, their beloved cat. Rocky's heart sank as he realized Daisy was still trapped inside the burning house. Despite the danger that awaited him, he couldn't bear the thought of leaving her behind. With unwavering determination, he dashed back toward the inferno. The flames roared and the smoke choked the air, making it difficult for Rocky to see. But he relied on his acute senses and deep love for Daisy to guide him through the perilous environment. He navigated through the burning wreckage, his paws stepping gingerly on the hot floorboards. Finally, Rocky spotted Daisy huddled in a corner, frightened and trapped. Without hesitation, he bounded toward her, wrapping his jaws around her scruff, and carried her to safety. The family watched in awe and relief as Rocky emerged from the burning house, Daisy held gently in his mouth. As the flames continued to consume their home, the family huddled together, tears streaming down their faces. They were safe, thanks to Rocky's heroic act. The bond between them and their loyal dog grew even stronger in that moment. News of Rocky's bravery spread through the neighborhood like wildfire. The local newspaper published an article celebrating his heroism, dubbing him Rocky the Courageous Canine. The community rallied around Rocky and his family, offering support and assistance in their time of need. From that day forward, Rocky became a symbol of bravery and resilience. He was honored with an award for his courageous act, and his story inspired others to appreciate the unwavering loyalty and love that dogs bring into our lives. But for Rocky, the true reward was the happiness and gratitude he saw in his family's eyes. He had proven himself to be not just a pet but a beloved member of the family, a hero who would do anything to protect those he loved. And so, with the embers of their old house still smoldering, Rocky's family embraced their courageous canine, knowing that they were stronger together, no matter what challenges lay ahead. As Rocky entered his golden years, the signs of aging became increasingly apparent. His once boundless energy began to wane, and he found himself needing more rest and relaxation. His family noticed the changes and understood that their beloved companion was entering a new phase of life. One of the most significant challenges Rocky faced was his declining health. Like many older dogs, he developed a range of health issues. Arthritis made his joints stiff and painful, making it difficult for him to move around as freely as before. His eyesight also began to deteriorate, causing him to rely more on his other senses. Recognizing the importance of providing Rocky with the care he needed, his family promptly took action. They consulted with Rocky's veterinarian to develop a tailored care plan, which included a combination of medication, dietary adjustments, and gentle exercise to manage his arthritis. They also made modifications to their home, such as adding ramps and providing him with comfortable bedding to alleviate any discomfort. Rocky's family showered him with love and attention, ensuring that he felt safe and secure during this stage of his life. They understood that while his needs may have changed, his spirit and love for them remained as strong as ever. They continued to include Rocky in family activities, adapting them to suit his abilities and comfort level. Although Rocky's energy levels were lower than before, he still found joy in the simple pleasures of life. Short walks in the park allowed him to explore the familiar scents and feel the grass beneath his paws. He relished gentle belly rubs and ear scratches, which provided him with moments of pure bliss. Rocky's family cherished these moments, knowing that they were precious and fleeting. The bond between Rocky and his family grew even stronger during his golden years. They supported him through his health challenges, ensuring he received regular checkups and veterinary care. They monitored his diet and administered medication as prescribed, ensuring his well-being was a top priority. As time passed, Rocky's family realized the importance of creating lasting memories. They took photographs, captured videos, and wrote heartfelt journal entries to commemorate their time together. These mementos served as a reminder of the joy Rocky had brought to their lives and the love they had shared. Rocky's golden years were a mixture of joys and challenges, but with the unwavering support of his family, he continued to bring happiness to everyone he encountered. His gentle nature and enduring spirit inspired those around him, teaching them the importance of compassion, patience, and unconditional love. As the years went by, Rocky's family knew that they were giving him the best possible life in his golden years. They treasured each moment, cherishing the memories they had made and the bond they had forged. Rocky's legacy would live on through the love he had given and the lessons he had taught, forever etched in the hearts of his family.